World leaders urgently need to make bold decisions that tackle the climate crisis. The fate of the planet is in the hands of our elected leaders, or so you'd think. But who else is in the room, bending their ears and influencing decisions? In Climate Truths, Global Witness will help you spot the lies, make sense of the jargon, and push for change. Our elected leaders are stuck in toxic friendships with the companies fueling the crisis. Fossil fuel companies send lobbyists to influence the talks and water down global policy. They have a clear vested interest in delaying progress, maintaining the status quo, and protecting their profits. And they have access to political leaders too. Toxic friends lie. You know the ones. Like when Equinor said fossil gas is low carbon, when in reality it is responsible for half of the recent increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Banks will be influencing the talks. They provided more than $44 billion in finance to agribusinesses linked to the destruction of the Amazon and the violence towards environmental defenders. But of course, with toxic friends, it's never their fault. Global Witness estimates Santander, one of the main sponsors of the COP26 climate talks, underwrote over $1 billion in financing to Marfrig between 2013 and 2018. Marfrig is one of the world's leading beef producers with a supply chain including cattle from illegally deforested areas. They say they are transitioning to a thriving, low-carbon global economy, but that's just what a toxic friend would say. The real friends who should be in the room for all major climate decisions are the ones defending the natural environment, those communities dedicated to averting climate breakdown. In reality, they make up just a small fraction of attendees. Their lives depend on the rivers, forests and lands that are being destroyed. At these talks, their involvement can be tokenistic and overshadowed by the power that dirty money buys. The really nasty truth is, the companies financing the agribusinesses that destroy their lands and murder them when they protest are the ones whispering in the ears of our elected leaders and influencing policy. By prioritising those responsible, our leaders are accomplices in these crimes. When politicians are listening to the very people who are profiting from the climate crisis and not the ones trying to solve it, we know the system is broken. We must demand our political leaders end these friendships and detoxify our political systems away from corporate influence. Destructive companies must be removed from global climate talks, ending their influence so we can quickly transition to a green economy. The youth climate movement must be heard in talks. It is their future that is most at stake. Land and environmental defenders must be included and prioritised in all top-level climate policy decision-making. They have the real solutions and need protection against corporate-sponsored violence. We've all had bad friends. They can be manipulative, never take responsibility, or even lie, and they hurt the people we care about most. Breakups are hard, but it's time for the people in power to make a clean break from their toxic friends, for good. Visit the Toxic Friends social media toolkit for images, posts and filters to use across your social platforms. And share this film with the hashtag #EndPollutersPower and sign the pledge on globalwitness.org today.